All right, let's jump right in. If you've ever had to get a content project off the ground, you know you're going to hit that one big question. What's the right way to pay for it? Well, today we're going to demystify that exact puzzle. We'll break down all the different pricing models so you can find the perfect one for whatever you're working on.
It's a really tough question, isn't it? The value of creative work, of technical writing. It can feel a little abstract, and that can cause a lot of confusion. But you know what? It really doesn't have to be that complicated. The secret isn't finding some magic number. It's all about understanding which structure makes the most sense for your project.
So let's try to reframe this whole problem. The real goal here is to match the pricing model to your project's unique DNA. Its scope, its goals, its timeline. A one-size-fits-all approach just doesn't work. And honestly, that's a good thing. It means there's a solution out there that's tailored just for you.
Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the models, let's talk about the philosophy behind them. We think any great partnership is built on 3 pillars: clarity, fairness, and flexibility. When you have these, everyone's on the same page, and you're all working towards the exact same goal.
Okay, let's start with our first category. This is for those projects where you can just, count the output. Think of it like ordering from a menu. You know exactly what you're getting, and you pay for each specific item. Simple as that. First up is the per-word model. You've probably seen this for things like SEO articles, blogs, and general copywriting. The biggest advantage here is transparency. There's no guesswork at all. You pay for the exact number of words you get. The only thing to watch out for? It can sometimes push for more words, not necessarily better words. So it works best when the expectations for each piece are super clear.
And here's a really simple example of how that works in practice. Let's say you need 10 articles, 800 words each, at half a dirham per word. The math is totally straightforward, which makes it incredibly easy to scale your content production up or down whenever you need to.
But what happens when word count just doesn't tell the whole story? That's exactly where per-page pricing comes into play. This is perfect for high-impact stuff like landing pages or brochures, where you have design, research, and really persuasive writing all packed into a single page. The price reflects that whole creative effort, not just how many words are on it.
So let's put these two side by side so you can see the difference. If you need a constant stream of blog posts where volume and consistency are key, per word is probably your go-to. But if you need a single, really powerful brochure where the impact of the entire piece matters most, per page gives you a nice predictable cost for that one creative asset.
Okay, let's shift gears a little bit. Some projects aren't about a fixed number of words or pages. Nope, they're all about expertise, collaboration, and being able to adapt as you go. For projects like these, time becomes the most important metric.
The per-hour model gives you incredible flexibility. It's just perfect for complex projects, things like technical documentation or UX writing, where you're working really closely with experts and the requirements might change along the way. The only risk, of course, is scope creep, so clear communication and regular check-ins are absolutely crucial to keep the budget on track.
And here's what that could look like in the real world. For a deep dive project that takes, say, 25 hours of an expert's time, the cost is tied directly to that effort. The key thing to remember is you're not just paying for a final word count here. You're paying for the expert process that gets you to that fantastic final results. This is a question so many businesses face. You don't just have one project. You have this continuous need for content, or maybe documentation updates. A one-off pricing model doesn't really fit that kind of workflow, does it?
And that leads us right into the retainer model. The best way to think about this is like a subscription for expertise. You reserve a block of hours every month, and that guarantees you steady access to the talent you need. The bonus? You usually get priority support, which makes it a fantastic option for marketing teams or SaaS companies that have a regular publishing schedule.
And finally, let's look at our third and final category. This one is for those projects where you know exactly what the beginning, middle, and end look like. The scope is defined, the deliverables are totally clear, and you just want one single number to budget for.
This is per-project pricing, and it offers the ultimate peace of mind, cost certainty. It's perfect for self-contained deliverables, like a white paper or a set of case studies. The only trade-off is a lack of flexibility. The scope has to be locked in really tight from the start, because making big changes later on, well, that can get complicated. And this quote really gets to the heart of what makes this model so great. The value is in the predictability. No surprise costs, no tracking hours or words. You're paying for a specific outcome, delivered within a fixed budget. It's really that simple.
This example really shows the all-in-one nature of this model.
So the price for a white paper doesn't just cover the writing. It also includes the research, maybe even the design layout. It's a complete package deal.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground, so how do you pull this all together and actually make a decision? Well, this next section is designed to be your cheat sheet, helping you match the right model to your mission.
This table really brings it all home. Just find your project type there in the middle column. Need a steady stream of scalable blog content? Per Word is almost certainly your best bet. Need that absolute cost certainty for a big, defined white paper? Per Project is your answer. And for those really complex, evolving projects, Per Hour offers all the flexibility you need. Seriously, think of this as your decision-making tool.
And hey, remember those principles we started with? No matter which model you choose, these are the benefits you should always expect. Transparency, so there are never any surprises. Flexibility, to match your unique workflow. And scalability, so you can start small and grow your content efforts over time.
So we end with this question, turning the focus right back to you. Because it's not just about paying for words or hours, it's about investing in a goal. But choosing the right pricing structure, you are setting your project up for success from the very beginning.
And that is our breakdown of content pricing models. Ultimately, the key is to find a partner who values clarity just as much as you do, so the pricing structure you choose is as strong as the content itself. Thanks for joining this explainer.